Hello, everyone. I am. Yes, hello, everyone. Welcome back. Welcome back to Hermione Reads Comics. I'm Hermione, and I read comics. All right, so we're going to be going into the second issue of Tim Sheridan's Alan Scott Green Lantern, and I kind of want to talk about a couple of things I really did like about this issue, especially in the nursing part of it, because I thought it was really interesting that he drew the nurses how they were before it no longer became an option. Okay, so first and foremost, Arkham Asylum looks pretty good. It looks really nice. So what people have to understand is how Arkham Asylum is drawn in the Batman animated series is different than how it's depicted in this comic. And it's a lot more lighter and brighter and airier, and definitely looks like a mansion. It looks like what it used to be before it was converted into an asylum. So that was nice to see that. It was nice to see that. So here's the cover. This is cover A. This is Alan Scott in Arkham. Now he's going through conversion therapy, which has the same treatments as other forms of therapy that we as Americans are very grateful that we as a collective have said was wrong. So you got your advertisement for Justice League versus King Kong, Godzilla, and King Kong. I'm sorry, I had to put that in there. So you have this, and I'm going to say the illustration is not bad at all. I really do happen to like it. Here's Sunny Arkham Asylum. It just looks. I'm going to say this. Arkham Asylum looks really nice. And it definitely, as I said, it definitely looks different than how it's depicted in Batman the Animated Adventures. You got everybody. You know, they're kicking into the asylum. And then we're introduced to the Green Lantern. How is this in... Oh. Sorry, guys. Oh, sorry. What the heck? How did they get a Green Lantern in there? Just please tell me. It kind of like goes over to like, he's in the asylum, then he's not. The guy cannot stay in one place. And it glows green. So, yeah. And then, of course, he's got his date with conversion therapy. You know, I got to keep that appointment. Got to keep that appointment. And then, who's this? I have like no idea. Yeah. So, you can tell there's like a lot of like, anti-gay, anti-gay bigotry and stuff like that. Yeah. You never leave the asylum. Unless you're Joker. He always leaves the asylum. Is there more of that? Um, it's called the Arkham Deviancy Wing. Interesting. Uh, Did he just let the prisoners out? Come on. Yeah, let's just let all the nutty people out. Reminds me of when Michael Myers let all the people out. Um, so he got out. He got out of the asylum. He broke out. He broke out, which is good. Break out the asylum. Um, and yeah, and then of course it's got to blow up. You got to have it blow up because Alan Scott can't have a safe way out. I'm sorry. I make these really weird comments. It's like, dang. And of course, that is when he becomes the Green Lantern, which I thought was interesting. All right, and of course we have to have that because you just can't have a good ending without the creepy person hovering. All right, so that is the Red Lantern. All right. Overall, what did I think about this issue? Okay, so first of all, I like the idea they put the nurses' caps on because you don't see that anymore in comics. Um, I I think they personally did a good job in depicting how people that willingly commit themselves to an asylum is actually trapped into being a lifelong resident. And um, and so it's very different than like what we consider to be conversion therapy, where it involves like basically being brainwashed to a certain extent. And the fact is that a lot of them end up dead because of the behavior and what goes on in these places, especially dealing with children. Um, so, did I enjoy the issue? I will say I'm once again 50-50 on this. I sort of liked issue 2, but I really feel like, and I do agree with the guy who did the review for it, is that it really doesn't add anything to. I mean, Alan Scott is a fighter, and I really do like that they decided to keep him that way. He's not a little sissy boy. He is a fighter, which makes him, which I happen to liked in the comic, was that he's a fighter. He does what he has to do to escape the people that are hurting him. Um, so I really like his fighting spirit in this issue. I thought this fighting spirit was really good. Um, and as I said, I don't base my reviews on other people's comments or emotions or whatever. And I will repeat once again, I like what they did with Arkham Asylum. I thought Arkham Asylum looked a lot better. I thought, as I said, it looked more like a manor than like that boating thing at the top. I also like that Arkham Asylum is clean and not have Joker in it. That was always good. So it's very different from the Arkham Asylum that we see later on with like the Mad Hatter and all that type of stuff. And this also tells you that this was before Joker and Poison Ivy and Mr. Freeze and all that. So that's why Arkham most likely definitely looks different. The explosion was pretty impressive. I really do think so. No idea what caused the explosion, but it happened. And it was the Green Lantern that kept him from dying, because he's supposed to become the Green Lantern. So overall, like I said, I'm still 50-50 on the comic series. I really don't like they messed up Alan Scott's origin story to make it more for modern audiences, because it just seems like to me, and this is the 50 part of it I didn't like, it just seems like to me that his origin story was good just the way that it was. I think that they're trying to erase that because Alan Scott is the past. And there was a video that I watched about why is Superman not selling as well as he is, and that's because people don't like, the past and all this. And I think this is why you have a retcon of Alan Scott is he's part of a time period that people don't like, and so let's just redo his origin story to make him more there. But I will say something about Alan Scott in this series. It is not. It's not like. It's not like it's being shoved down our throats, as people would call it. I don't use that word. I don't like to use that word because people have used it for all sorts of things, like, saving the planet's been shoved down our throats. Green energy shoved down our throats. It's being used as a line to hate anything that people don't like or people don't want changed. So you will never ever hear me say, oh, well, this is being shoved down my throat. No. I do like it that you're seeing that, like I said, you're seeing that bravery and that courage coming from him. And that is what I like in a superhero one, where you have people overcoming those obstacles and to get where they need to go. So, as I said, I'm 50-50 on it. I'm kind of starting to warm up to it, but I'm not quite there. But I will go ahead and review issue 3. I'm going to review all 5 issues tonight so that I can upload them all and everything. As soon as issue 6 drops, I will be reading it and I will be reviewing it. So I will see you guys next time.